Good morning, all the wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary friends. Thanks for joining today's EMC. I welcome you all for this empowering morning conversation. In other words, I would also call Energy Manifestation Center. That's on a later word because it also resonates the purpose of we coming here because it helps us to manifest the energy, whatever we want. And we help all of us to become a creators because we believe that future belongs to creators. And from the scriptures or from the great masters or from the people, everybody say that the world is full of possibilities. Few capitalize it, few make of it, and many fail to use that. So this ESG forum is mainly to help us to find, create, seek possibilities because the world is full of possibilities. And while doing that, we also have to take care of the negativity which is coming from the society, circumstances, sometimes unfortunately from our own close people. So if we know the art of dissipating the negativity, you have more space to operate, you have more things to do, and you have more things to achieve. So we greatly work on dissipating the negativity. We know how to discreate all those methods we learn. And finally, a simple but a powerful, successful formula, how to increase the focus, how to increase the energy so that we can achieve what we want. Isn't it wonderful? Even if you pay so much of money to a forum, learn so many things, you will hardly get this. And we have been doing it more than 600 days. We're going to celebrate second year anniversary. And it is so fortunate that it serves lots and lots of people. And we have our presence in YouTube and social media also. Whoever watching it through social media, we ask your help to like, share, and get us popularized also. Today, we are going to discuss an important stuff. And for information, Sir is traveling and may not be able to make it up for today. So we will discuss between us. I want to discuss, though it is a subject we earlier discussed, I want to re-emphasize and I want to involve everyone to discuss that. We have been working this forum on awareness, consciousness, different level of learnings. Now, somebody can ask, show me some signboard, which direction I should go. You all taught me choosing is better. I have to choose so that life will be better. What to choose? Give me some direction. What to choose? Every day morning, which direction I should think? So that is where I would like to share the information which I received from Sir, and of course, I follow, and it's a great tool. I would like to share the screen. Somebody help me. Can you see this? Can you see the PowerPoint slide? Can somebody show me a sign?
Yes, able to see your screen.
Thank you very much. Do you see this front screen with that PowerPoint? Thank you very much. So, once again, welcome you all for the important conversation. The purpose of this is obviously we all want all of life come to us with ease, joy, and glory. And it is our birthright. We are working very sincerely towards that. And many of our members started to realize that. That is the beauty of this forum. Today, we are going to discuss about Mark Mondino's 10 scrolls. I request overall possible come on camera. Take up one scrolls. We have to choose and go for a success and happiness. But being in this forum, learning all the stuffs, what is that it mean to you? I want you to share because when somebody shared from the experience, no, it is totally different. Just a second, I will add the. So here we go with the first scroll. Can somebody take volunteer and just read this and just share your thought because we have 10 scrolls. We all will be involved and we'll just go about it. Yes, Kashif, go ahead. I'll stop. You have read it, no? I stop sharing.
Today, I began a new life.
Right. Just
Was that
go
audible?
ahead, Kasha. What? Yeah, very much. Does it mean to you? From the EMC's learning perspective, you have been in this forum for a long time, learned great things. What this role tells you?
Yeah, that every day is a new possibility. And, we have the complete choice to build a life of ease, joy, and glory. And it's within our hands, It's all about our making, our life is our own making. And whatever today is, whatever the decisions and choices we have made in the past has resulted today. And if we have created the past, we can create a future also. So how we gonna create it, and uh, at how with ease we can do it is all about EMC. And yeah, EMC has been a great contributor to me, and thanks to Sukhdeepak sir and each and everyone, for the contributions that uh, you know, um, the power of the conversation is that, what someone is going through a situation, without going through it, we could able to see it, and we have a solution for the similar kind of issues and things. So that's a wonderful thing that can happen. That's been happening to me. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Beautiful, Kasha. That's what's a great, profound definition or explanation. Whatever the work we do in the EMC, putting us into create mode from the default mode, possibility seeking, dissipating negativity, focus. This one word, if we are able to get that energy every day morning, today I begin a new life. Is it not wonderful? So that is where this has become a wonderful, great beneficial to many people, and many people are following it and getting success. So, in fact, I am also thinking of creating a poster on this, putting in the mirror so that I can see. When I see first time mirror, I'll see today I begin a new life. Thank you, Kasha. I want to go further. Can you read the screen? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes, Kamal, since you opened the mic, I want you to read this and just, if you are okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, I will greet this day with love in my heart.
One more time, I will stop sharing, then you can talk.
Yeah, it says, I will greet this day with love in my heart.
Beautiful. Yes, Kamaji, go ahead. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to all of us?
For me, it means that I start with my day with having so much love. To start my day with the gratitude and be thankful for all the people, all the things which are contributing in my life, and be in gratitude mode, appreciate them, love them, admire them, and that's it, which is coming right now in my
Beautiful.
be
Beautiful.
in that mode only.
Yeah.
Just spreading love and give compassion to all.
Excellent. Today is a gift, and I'm going to greet this with love. And this day has got a lot of possibilities for us. If you are open, like you said, approaching the day with gratitude and greet the day with love. Is it wonderful?
Yes.
And it first thing what it does is it stops your default mode. If you are in a default mode of worrying, doubting, fearing, you cannot greet the day with love.
Correct.
So just set aside all your default mode, just greet the day with love. What a great word. Thanks once again to Oakman, Thanks
And
come
yes,
with your
and
soothing voice. Yeah, go ahead.
yes, and with this, I really want to give my gratitude to all the EMC, Sukhdeep sir, all your friends, because I know if someday I miss this EMC, I know what I'm missing. So, but I'm really grateful to you because learning each day, I'm learning each day something new. Thank you all.
Thank you, Kamal. It is same thing from me also. Like it has done a lot to me, to my life, and it's not only learning. I see in a very different way. It is a kind of an energy which has been given to us from the universe through Sukhdeepak and all the great people in the world. Wonderful, Kamalji. Thanks for sharing that. Now let us get into next thing. There is a third scroll. I request a volunteer. Yes, Ji. Guruji, you can?
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Ratanji is doing. Yeah, go ahead. Ji.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. I will persist until I succeed.
One more time. Ji.
Okay. I will persist until I succeed. From my perspective, what I've been learning from EMC is keep on making choices. The more choices I make, I will have some failures, but there will be more to succeed. For example, when you have a cricket match, the umpire tosses the coin, and there are two captains, vouching for heads or tails. So the success rate is 50-50. Either you'll win or you'll lose. But the more choices I make, let's say is best of 5. So even if I fail 2 times and I win 3 times, its success rate is 60%. It goes up to 60%, and at least I have 3 choices that come to my, way. So if I make 100 choices, even 20% fail, 80% is good. So, but if I don't make choices, I sit in a rocking chair and keep on thinking and planning and planning. Nothing good will come out of it. So keep on making choices. And also the other thing I like, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, is same way he says, keep on asking to the universe. The more you ask, the more you get. And be persistent like a child. If a child doesn't ask you anything, you'll not get that gift. But if a child keeps on persisting, just to keep him quiet, you'll do it sometimes. At least sometimes you'll do it within your means. So the universe doesn't have universe is infinite. So the more request you put on, the more chances of you getting some success. So that's why I come wherever I am, join EMC, get recharge for the day, free recharge for whole 24 hours. Thank you.
Beautiful, Rataji. Very powerful, profound message. And I think you're not choosing, message is choosing you. I persist until I succeed. What art? Because you're living that. You're doing it. We are witnessing for the past 2 years associated with you. And one good perspective I want to put from the theory of this infinitive and all possibilities exist in the same universe. Until you persist, it won't come. Yesterday, I want to share with you one quick example. I met one great accomplished person, very senior person in the train, metro train. We were talking. During the conversation, I understood that he is going through some challenge regarding some job related. Then I was talking, giving some information from our EMC. Then suddenly he is closing the statement saying that it is a karma. I'm not able to accept it because that is the thing Satyapak has been teaching us. And I was also referring something from the scriptures also. But how fast we close this if we are not taking the persistent action. Somehow in our default mode, we close the file. Okay, this is karma. This I won't get it. I'm less fortunate. So we are not persisting. That is what the author says is. When you persist, I persist until I succeed. And it has been time and again proved that if you persist, you will get success. Great thing in the morning. And thank you, Ratanji, with your dynamic voice. It boosts us. Like you said, you are coming for energy. Actually, you are giving us energy. Thank you very much for that. And good morning.
Very good morning, Vatriji and all.
We are, for the people who joined a little late, we are discussing about the scrolls from the great author of Humanity Home. And I request everyone to take one and just share their views, because in EMG we learned everything. Now we can tell from our perspective, what does it mean to you? So let me. Now I want some volunteer to read this. Anybody?
Can I read?
Able to see? Yes, Hasinaji, go ahead. You read it 2 times, then I'll stop sharing.
Okay. I am nature's greatest miracle. I am nature's greatest miracle.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
I read twice. I am nature's greatest miracle.
What does it mean to you? What is that you understand from the being with EMC for 2 years?
Being in EMC, I feel that itself is a miracle for me. Because of that, I am different and much better a person, much better human being, and I live my life with ease, joy, and glory.
Thank you very much, Hasinaji. And also, I also take something to share from my side. We started to realize that we are the gift miracle. Each one is potentially greatest miracle in the universe. And it takes time to realize that. At least I heard from one of the great authors, he says, everybody is performing up to their level better. Whatever they know, they perform. They are good. Only thing is, they fail to know more. If you know better, you will perform better. So what we do in EMC is, we help you to know better about yourself. The ultimate answer is, we are nature's greatest miracle. And we need a forum like this to come and tell us so that we can perform miracles in our life. And Hasinaji is doing every day. Yesterday also one of the miraculous day, and I can see that from her smile. Yes, thank you, Ashinaji. And like Ratanji, I told it is coming to you. Thanks for being the miracle and inspiring all of us. Shabinaji, you want to say something?
Yeah.
No, thank
Good
you.
morning. Good morning, everyone. I think it's a very powerful tool. If I can relate to myself as I'm the world's greatest miracle, then my life will be great. Actually, everybody is world's greatest miracle. It's only thing is we don't experience it, we don't acknowledge it. If we can start acknowledging it, if we can start experiencing being the world's greatest miracle, I think then what difference we can make to the world and what difference we can make to our own life. So very powerful tool, I would say.
Thank you, Abhinav-ji. And I want to add one more perspective to it. It's not only we are miracle, greatest miracle. The level of understanding up to that level we have benefit. Even if you realize 5%, that 5% benefit will be realized in the real life, the current reality. If you realize fully, it's nothing like that. But the process gives you yield. That is the advantage. That is what the EMC is growing, isn't it? Great. Kaisaji wants to add something to it. Please go ahead, Kaisaji.
Yeah, everyone has the potential, and as Sir says, everyone is a wonderful, is a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary people. Yes, and the problem is that we don't acknowledge our own greatness. We seek validation for it, for the greatness that we are, and EMC helps discovering our greatness and acknowledging it, and and be there in that infiniteness. Thank you.
Thanks, Kasha, for adding that to this conversation. It adds a lot of value. You beautifully put a word, validation. Learning is different. After learning, if you keep on asking for validation, it's not going to serve us. That too, where do we ask validation? Like the diamond, is it been validated by a diamond merchant who knows all about diamond? We are going and giving to somebody and who doesn't know that stuff, and they validate, and we take that into very seriously, started to live our life. Many times it is also happening.
True. The problem is, see, each has a different skill, or each has a different potential and possibility. The thing is, we think that, we are discussing with the right kind of people. There is a huge difference between evaluation and judgment. And what happens, what happens most of the time is people judge us. The moment we come up with some idea, the moment we think something, offbeat from the existing circle, they say this is not possible. That is not possible in their perspective, because people, what they haven't seen or what they have heard or what they have not experienced by themselves, they think it is alien. Someone has been to Netherlands, and how much ever you talk about Netherlands, they will think, oh, this guy is just simply goofing up. Wherein if you talk to someone who's been there, there could be at least some relativity. So yeah, and EMC is all about, um, understanding our own self, to the potential that what we are, and everyone has that magnificence, and to understand that magnificence is, what we are doing here. Thank you.
Wonderful, Kasha. That adds a lot of value. We are nature's greatest miracle. One more point I would like to add. After learning this from this great forum and great people, what we have to do is we have to set the standard and be there. We should not come out to our default. That is the one thing we have to do it very consciously. Once you have gone to the level, you realize that miracle. It's not you realized 100%, whatever the percentage you realized about your miraculous, and don't come down from that. And wonderful, Kasha. Thank you, Reddy sir. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning. What I want to say is, believing that you are a magnificent, wonderful person is more important. Unless you believe yourself, you will not be able to proceed further.
Amazing, Reddy sir. First point is start to believe that you are that. Yes, sir, Kunenji.
Vitriji, can you make me co-host? I just wanted to show a quick a clip. If you allow me to.
I already made you. Just a second. I'll let me check. I've done it. See.
Yeah. This is yesterday only I got this video. I thought of just sharing with you all. If you can see my screen.
Yes, Ji, you can see.
Awesome.
Kunenji, you're muted.
So that reminds me that
We are the greatest miracle, the nature.
yeah, back to you.
Thank you. What an apt example. Everyone is the greatest miracle of this nature. Thank you for reminding that. And let me share our next scroll. Any volunteer this?
I don't think anyone wants today is the last day.
I take it. I will live this day as if it is my last. I will live this day as if it is my last. My thoughts about this is, we all know this. Time and again, we get the message, we get the knowledge. But what stops us? We think that we have enough time. There is a concept called procrastination. We think that we have too much of time, little lazy, we can do it later. And it is not only for achieving success, it is also to tell the important thing that we discuss that word, I love you, to our own closed ones. If you go closer and ask, will you tell today? I'll say, I will tell tomorrow. Because today I will go into my default mode. So this gives us pressure saying that, what if it is the last day? Won't we do all what we wanted to do, won't we complete all we wanted to complete? We are studying in depth about completeness. If we realize the energy of this statement, it is not that we are going to stop our life or end life, but we are going to live 100%. If you take that energy that today is going to be last. Thank you for allowing me to share this. Abhinavji, go ahead.
I remember my mother passed away suddenly in 2001, and I couldn't, never told her how much I love her. Okay, so it's not, so there are so many. There is my father, there is my wife, there is my daughter. And then I did Landmark Forum. So I'm like, I keep on sharing with them, my feelings for them. Like I keep on telling my daughter how much important she is for me, how much I love her. I tell my wife, I tell my father, I also tell my sisters also. But as you were speaking about this Miladi, I just remembered, I had so many mentors in the past. Not only spiritual mentors like Deepak ji, even in my business, in my trade, which is logistics, there are so many people who taught me so many things. And I remember I have never really gone and told them thank you for it. So, and I know as a fact that whenever someone says, whenever someone acknowledges someone else on this planet, this world becomes slightly better place. I think if everyone starts acknowledging each other, then this world will become like 1,000 times better. So let me, and then when I will say thanks to them, and then there are so many other things which I thought I would do one day, one day I will free and I will do this, and then just keeps on, keeps on postponing, which has impact on me and also impact on others as well. Like my father keeps telling, he's 85 now. In fact, I'm in Aligarh, where Kuran Shahid is studying. I'm in Aligarh for attending a marriage. So I'm actually outside sitting in the lobby because my father is sleeping in the room with me, so I didn't want to disturb him. So there is so many things he tells me ki ye kar do, wo kar do, do this, do that, and I keep on, Are kar do, I will do. And then at his age, till I don't do it, it remains in his mind. And then maybe it disturbs him. This didn't happen. For me, it may look like a very insignificant thing. For him, it is important. And that is how the world is. So many things needs to be done. Thinking that there will be a day when I will do it, when what's important is to do everything today. So I have to treat, of course, you will say on a lighter note, don't spend all your money today thinking today is the last day. Save for tomorrow also.
That's a super indication. And one quick thing, this statement, thanks for sharing that, Abhinav. This statement, like today is the last day, something, it may come in a little negative note, but there is you all could have heard a great motivational speaker, Lisa Nicholas. She does one exercise for her this session or all. She's asking us to go and watch our own funeral. And she's asking what do we read there? What people should be talking about you? It gives little different perspective, saying that what kind of purpose we have to go through? What is the life we are living on? If they want to read or remember us about that thing, are we doing that? Is our goals or plans are aligned with our purpose? Are we doing every day? All our habits are related towards the goal, which they want to see me as a holy person, but I'm doing all the nonsense every day. So these are all the things. If you start thinking now, it gives us a clarity. Yes, Gurunandanji.
So good morning to everybody, and let me first of all acknowledge the topic today, and the slides that you are sharing with Trivialji is really making a lot of sense. And all are interconnected to each other. All slides are interlinked to each other. Now, for what I think, there is nothing right question or wrong question. There is nothing right answer or wrong answer in this world. Right? It is all about what we always discuss: allowance, and without changing the perspective of understanding things or looking at things with the other point of view without changing their perspective. Now, there's nothing bad in thinking that it is my last day of my life and the best day of my life, as Ashokji earlier said in one of the previous conversations, right? So, whenever we think that, because we don't know what is going to happen next moment, nobody knows what is going to happen next moment. So we are ready for any unexpected thing if we are able to think on that mindset that yes, this is my last day or this is my best day, right? We are able to be ready for anything unexpected. Second, I think we will be pure from our heart. We'll be more generous. We'll be more empathetical to everybody. Our emotions will be more better in that sense. Then we might think in more logical or calculative way, rather than we'll be more balanced on our emotions. I won't say that we'll be totally emotional fool, but at the same time we'll be balanced. And I think our quality of life would be better if we are in that mode.
Beautiful, Gurundarji. You are telling it with that energy. Life will be better if you behave in that attitude. Like, I am giving my best today, 100%. That is what we are here to learn, isn't it? Thank you very much for that. And yes, Gurundarji.
Vetraji, this question is giving me some other perspective, which I would like to share. Like, what's coming to me is the curiosity to know what's going to happen to me if I am leaving this body and it's the last day I am in this body. So I am becoming more curious to know and be ready for another world. I don't know the answers, but this is the thought coming to me right now. Thank you.
Great, Ji. Be in that thought, and it is actually will open up a lot of things. And let's go to next scroll. That comes. Any volunteers?
Today I will be master of my emotions.
Yes, dear. Go ahead. One more time and go ahead.
So, like, we have to take charge of our emotions, and that what we learned in this EMC also, that we can generate our own emotions as and when we want. And so, you can, like, we have that ability to control our own moods by taking specific action. For example, we're creating happiness by just laughing without a noise. So, so that's it. Like, be in that mood. How can you take control of your emotions? Not to be what we say in Hindi, apni emotions mein beh mat jao. Just be aware of that, your emotions. So awareness is the most important. You're in which mood. So you have to be very conscious on that. And that is what we have learned in the Vipassana also. You're going through which phase right now. Are you depressed? Are you happy? So you should be very aware of that, and you should take control of that. And that's what coming in my mind.
Beautiful, Kamalji. Beautiful. Thank you very much. And even I also learned it from a great masters. There are two important words to look here. Emotions are not bad. Like Guru Sukdeepak already always used to mention, it's an indication from our mind that it is a gift. But where we fail is we fail to master that emotion. Swami Chinmaya used to say this: emotion should not be a layer, like a scar on your skin or a face. Like I'm always sad, or I will immediately go on. Something not like that. It should be jewel on your neck. If you need it, you hold it. If you don't need it, keep it in the wardrobe. Something like that. Emotion is very much important, but provided if you are a master of it. So that is what author says is today I'll be a master of my emotion. Not only today, if we start to practice it, we will know where to put what emotions. And that is secret to get what we want in our success. And we have two people raised their hand. Kasha, go ahead quickly, and Abhinav.
Yeah, the moment we do it today, we can do it tomorrow also. And another thing, just 2-3 days before, we were just talking about life and all that. So it is all our memory, right? In our life, most of the thing is memory. We cling to our memory and we cling to our expectations. We swing between these two. And if we just take out those emotions, in our life, something happened which is in our favor or not in our favor is there in our memory, not the routine and day-to-days. Likewise, when we just take out those emotions to it, there is no there is no pain or nothing can hold us, or nothing can succumb us to that situation, or to a compulsive behavior of what happened that day. So just thinking about during the conversation, something just popped up. My whatever the challenge we think, and if we look at it as, if we accept it with wide, with both our arms with open, and if we just start celebrating whatever, be it a success or a failure, don't add label to it, acknowledge it. Oh wow, this has happened to me, wonderful, beautiful. Oh wow, how can it be better than this? Just accept it. It is beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Kasaji. Accepting it and mastering it is the art which we are learning here. How to master the emotions. Thank you for adding to that. Abhinavji, please go ahead.
Yeah. See, if I look at my life, most of the times, some emotion is connected with some, is connected with events. So if someone says, Abhinav, you're a great guy, then my emotions will be, I will feel very nice. And then, I will look at world as a very beautiful place, and then I will, do positive things. Someone criticizes me, people start criticizing me, then I might look at words, it's not really all that great. If someone inspires me, then that inspiration will lead to some great action in my life. So I guess for me, being master of emotions is, in a way, you're disconnecting events and emotions also. Like at how to inspire myself just like that, how to feel great just like that, how to make you different just like that, need not be connected with some events. I think for me, that is being master of emotions. Thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
That's a great share, Abhinavji. Thank you very much. But here we have to, can you please? What we have to focus here is how to master the emotion. Just only difference between successful people and not so successful people is their ability to control or master the emotion. It doesn't mean that they are emotionless. They are emotional people, but they mastered it. They know where to use. It is like a beautiful water pot with a tab on it. You take it, use it. If I'm an emotional person, it's like a pot with the lid hole. It will be always draining. It's not that you have a master over it. So where you want to give, who you want to give, you decide. You have a control. So that's a point. Of course, it's a very big area. We will be constantly working on it with the constraint of time. Let's get into Punenji. Punenji, you give your share and also your Sairi. We will close the session. We will see the ballot scrolls in later session whenever we get time.
And only what I practice, Vetraji, and that's what Sukdeepak Malwai has taught us, to be in the present and with the awareness that I am in the present. So that practice, always be in the present moment, or manage your mind and thoughts to be in the present with the awareness what's going on. So that helps to manage the emotions. Of course,
Beautiful.
it comes with the practice. So whatsoever tools Sugdeepak sir has given, the breathing exercises, etc., we should keep on practicing. Yes, sir, back to you.
Back to you, sir. Give us siren. Let's go back to the
Shairi.
world and practice whatever we
Okay.
learned here.
शायरी जो याद आ रही है जनाब, who can translate? If you can request to volunteer some translation.
We have so many volunteers. Go ahead. They will translate. We have Amal, Ratanji.
अर्ज किया है कि ख्वाहिश से नहीं गिरते फल झोली में, ख्वाहिश से नहीं गिरते फल झोली में, वक्त की शाख को मेरे दोस्त हिलाना होगा, वक्त की शाख को मेरे दोस्त हिलाना होगा, और कुछ नहीं होगा अंधेरों को बुरा कहने से, कुछ नहीं होगा अंधेरों को बुरा कहने से, अपने हिस्से का दिया खुद ही जलाना होगा, अपने हिस्से का दिया खुद ही जलाना होगा। तो ये शेर था जनाब। बैक टू यू विक्टर जी।
Who is going to translate this? Ratanji, unmute it, please.
Very difficult to translate. Only a poet
Yeah,
can
yeah.
translate.
Okay, the fruit won't fall by itself. You have to shake the tree or do some action to get it down. And please repeat the last verse.
Second line.
कुछ नहीं होगा अंधेरों को बुरा कहने से, अपने हिस्से का दिया खुद ही जलाना होगा।
In a Chinese proverb, it says, "Don't blame the darkness. Light your own lamp." You know, the darkness of thousands of years also will disappear. Just light a lamp. And in another way, you can say is light your own lamp from the heart. You know, once we are here to learn all about lighting our own lamp in different way. Everybody doing their own effort.
Right. I remember when you say that, no, in temple, I remember I'm from the Hindu tradition. They light small lamps from a big lamp. They'll take they will not use matchbox. They'll take we are all lighting our lights from a great lights, and let us all brighten up us and the entire world. Thank you for this and wonderful discussion. Have fun. Go and achieve whatever you want in your life. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless
Thank you,
everyone.
Stay
Thank you.
safe and stay blessed all.